Welcome, my beautiful, vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls, to today's reading. So I've been doing this type of reading on my Patreon tier. That's the Zodiac monthly love messages, but I really liked this, so I wanted to kind of do one just for the general public. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this lovely 12-sided die, the dodecahedron here, and I'm going to be rolling it to find out which two zodiac signs in connection are being referenced in this reading. So you could do this based off of you and your person's sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever major placements you associate with them. This even could refer to like special times of the year if that's significant. And you know, if you're really drawn to this reading and two of the zodiac signs that come out don't necessarily resonate with you and the person you had in mind, this could be referring to somebody else that might be coming into your life. So with that, let's see who we're even talking about today. Sorry, my voice is a little scratchy. My allergies have been a little intense. Okay, so we got the 2, which would represent Taurus, and 11, so that would be Aquarius. Okay, so today's reading is really going to be talking about Taurus and Aquarius. Again, you can also apply this to maybe those of you who have special synastry with your 2nd and 11th houses. But off the bat, first impressions that I'm getting, this could also be referring to a relationship with one person who's very traditional, one person who's very much outside the box, one person who's very avant-garde, another who is very, you know, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Yeah, traditional. That's what I mean. Shoot, the word just fell right out of my brain. One person who's very avant-garde and one person who's very classic is another thing that I'm getting. One person who likes to kind of shake things up, doesn't like to kind of keep things too stagnant in their lives. They like to mix up the status quo. The other one who loves the status quo would marry the status quo if they could. But these are two fixed signs, right? So these are two very strong individuals. I think that is a core tenet. There's a core tenet of respect here, because even though you and this person might do things very, very differently, there is a sense where you have some things, you might both have very strong values. You might both have very strong beliefs, morals, ideas, a strong vision for the future, even if those visions are different, or even if the way you accomplish that vision, you go about it very different ways, but you end up in the same place. So those are kind of some of the main descriptors here. I want to pull tarot first. Yeah, let's pull tarot. I want to figure out what's going on kind of in this situation. Oh, okay. All right, I'll take it. At the bottom is the Empress. Somebody here could be pregnant. Their partner could be getting pregnant. You guys could be trying to figure out where to settle down, when to have a family, things like that. Those could be some things that are going on. We have Taurus energy showing up, as well as Libra. Those might be significant placements. So I pulled 2, and then 2 fell out, one of which fell out sideways, so I'll honor that. But we have the 9 of Cups. Okay. The Queen of Wands. Okay. Fire energy as well, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements might be significant here. Leo season could be significant. The 8 of Swords in reverse, I love that, right? This is one of those decks that I usually keep all the cards upright, but this one fell out and it came out reversed. We love this. And the one that came out sideways is Judgment. You want to just take another look? Do you want another look? Okay, I'm fine now. We're fine. Okay, so first and foremost, I feel as if there's several major things going on. First of all, this person is very, very attracted to you. They're very attracted to your kind of magical glow, your nature. Again, they could be very traditional, even like how we have the bulls just following her to the ends of the earth. This person, you know, they like how you do things. They like your faith and trust in the universe. They like your unique way of walking through life is something that I'm getting. If you have a little bit of that sacred rebel energy, this person really, really likes it. This person might really like your sensuousness, your creativity. This person sees you figuring out what you want and going after it. That really inspires them. This person could look at you as a dream come true. You're kind of like a fantasy person to this individual, right? They could see you as highly, like I said, creative. You live a life that you love. They love their time with you. So it feels like there's this really beautiful energy of the connection. And this person, there may have been with the 8 of Swords, There may have been blockages, kind of like we were talking about. This person may have been holding themselves back. I love seeing that it came out reversed, because I do feel like this is a time where this person is seeing something clearly. And that's why we have Judgment kind of coming out on its side, is that they might be rethinking a conclusion that they jumped to prior. They might be rethinking a life plan or a decision. What's the Eight of Swords reversed? These cards are just flying out. The Fool. This is what I feel like, and there's that Aquarian energy, although I also look at the Fool as Aries, so I'm going to throw that out there. And the Page of Cups. This person, I think, was looking at your differences before. You may, again, want something very different. Actually, let me clarify this, Judgment. But what I am saying is this person, I feel, was looking at your differences a lot before. They may have also been looking at, if they see you like this, regardless of gender, identity, or expression, they may have kind of been like, how do I live up to that, right? How do I give somebody, you know, what do you get for the person who has everything? But the person who can like make themselves happy, right? The person who is very good at following their passions, at creating their wishes and their dreams, how do I give them anything, right? Do we want the same things? Because the Nine of Cups is looking away from the other cards. So this person may have been wondering if your long-term vision was the same as theirs. But whatever the hangups were, they're kind of letting that go, right? They're releasing these self-limiting beliefs about what is possible in this situation. And I also feel like they're releasing a version of themselves that they had in their head. That was kind of part of the story, in order to be able to start fresh, to really like leap toward this. And you even see with the placement, the Fool was leaping toward the Queen of Wands. I know you guys can't 100% see that, but just trust me. The Fool is leaping toward the Queen of Wands. So again, not holding themselves back from you. What's this Judgment energy? What's this one? Knight of Wands. Again, so, you know, regardless of signs here, we have a lot of fire energy coming through. Queen of Wands and Knight of Wands. This person feels like when it comes to the passion for one another, and what this connection could be, you guys are kind of, you're feeling similar things, but you're coming out as the Queen and they're coming out as the Knight, meaning they might feel like they have some growing up to do. They might feel like they are still, one of the big differences to me between the Knight and the King or Queen of Wands is that the Knight is a spiritual seeker, right? The Wand suit, the story of the Wand suit is a lot about our passion, our drive, our motivation, and we're digging deep and finding those indomitable qualities of the human spirit that push us forward to create that reality for ourselves, right? To go after our passions, to live a life that we are excited about, even when there are challenges and there are obstacles in the way. And so the King or Queen of Wands, they know what that is, right? They know what it is in general. They understand the concept, but they also know what it looks like for them. So that's why they're very stable. They're very grounded, mature, confident, right? They have no problem, you know, being able to say like, yeah, you know, I want to live a creative life, and they know what that means for them, right? I want to, you know, have a job I'm passionate about, and they know how to go out and do that, right? I want to wake up and be excited about life. They know what that feels like and what it is and what it means at an ephemeral level, but they also know what that looks like in their own life. And so they set about creating it. The Knight of Wands is still trying to figure out exactly what that is. So they understand the concept, they understand how important it is, but they're not always quite sure what that looks like for them, right? And I've gone through before on TikTok, I do streams about like the different suits of the tarot, and I've gone through this there. Excuse me. And where, you know, because the wand suit has like starts off very, very positively, and then there's some challenges, and you know, it's kind of touch and go for a while for the second half of the suit. And so where like the Page of Wands tends to fall off like right when you hit the Five of Wands, right when things get tough, right? When the Page of Wands tends to fall off there, the Knight of Wands doesn't tend to fall off as much until like, you know, the 7, 8, maybe 9 of Wands, right? They kind of like trip at the finish line, because it's kind of that question of, you know, should it be this hard? I know I'm spending a lot of time on this, but that's okay. I have a captive audience. No, I'm just kidding. You can go if you want. But we like having you here. Anyway, the Knight of Wands really kind of questions. This is where they tend to get distracted. They kind of question like, should it really be taking this long? Should it be this difficult? Should there be this many challenges? This is what your person's been sitting with, right? And so this coming out to clarify Judgment, it feels like this has been what's holding them back, right? Should it really be so complicated? Can we even make this work with all of our differences? Again, that Taurus energy might be very practical here. Can we even make this work with all of our differences? I'm wanting to cut the deck. The Hierophant, Taurus energy. Shit, okay, that's cool. And Justice at the bottom. Libra as well. So a lot of Taurus and Libra in this reading too. There is a sense where this person might be thinking long term. These are 2 marriage cards, right? So it might be that things are working for the time being, but it's going to come time to make a big leap, and this person's already thinking about it. This person already knows that they want to be with you, I feel like. But there's a question of, is it real? Will it last, right? 9 of Cups, Queen of Wands, those are very dreamy kind of, again, fantasy energies, very passionate. There's a sense of, is this real life, right? Because there's something here where they feel like they'd have to make a big change. What is this Judgment energy? 8 of Cups, they'd have to walk away from something, possibly with a Knight of Wands, pardon my itchy nose, possibly with the Knight of Wands, they'd have to walk away from doing their own thing, walk away from the single life. I'm not picking up a lot of player energy, and I'm not even picking up like a super duper wanderer, but it feels like they'd have to walk away from indecision. They'd have to walk away from somebody who sees themselves as still learning. They'd have to walk away from seeing themselves as somebody who, like in their mind, they may have been like, you know, oh, one day when I find my person, one day when I get married, pardon my itchy nose. And they'd have to kind of walk away from themselves as still seeking. I think that's the big thing here, right? There's something with this person where, you know, they've been looking for this, and it's kind of like, wow, I actually, like, this could really be it. I could have really found them. Yep, 4 of Wands, another marriage card. This could be the person I marry is kind of what's on their mind. And so there's a sense of like, this feels like a really, really big thing of like, am I ready to leave that behind? Like, I'm ready to pick my person that I'm going to stick with. I was gonna say I'll settle it forever, and then I started like indubitably, like I'm gonna stick with. Yeah, 10 of Wands. There's also a sense of taking on a sense of responsibility. I have a burp stuck, sorry if you can hear that. Excuse me, there's a little burp. Taking on a sense of responsibility. Again, you know, the court cards travel through the Ace to the 10 in their respective suits, and we have the 10 of Wands, right? The end of the Wands, the Wand suit and the Knight of Wands, right? This could be where both of you have been on a journey of seeking. You may have decided what you wanted a little bit earlier here. And this person is now following suit. But it's kind of like this person is really sitting with like, okay, am I ready? Because also with the Fool clarifying the 8 of Swords in reverse, again, seeing themselves as like somebody who's ready to go have a life partner, who's ready to commit, who's ready to settle down. Somebody who's found the person they want to pour, you know, into. They want to, like, a relationship they want to pour into. So I want to see what comes out for, okay. At the bottom, we have healing family issues, so I do want to make note of that. I'm giggling. These two flung themselves out together. Engagement and wedding. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then what came out? Religious factors, and it flipped itself reverse. I don't usually read oracle cards unless reverse unless the deck is designed like that, but do with it as you will. Are you freaking kidding me? So there might be some religious differences. I did see that as well with the Hierophant here. Some religious differences, some very big cultural differences. You know, it says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. You guys could have some major issues there, right? And especially with healing family issues at the bottom, this could be where there's a lot of pressure to conform. There's a lot of pressure to, you know, partner up with or settle down with somebody of a similar background, faith, belief system, culture. So this person's really thinking long term, like no joke here, right? Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, and this situation involves marriage. We have seen 3 marriage cards, and then I guess I'd say like 2 more. This person's really thinking about the long term a lot. They're preparing themselves as well to potentially have to face obstacles with their family. I want to clarify this religious factors card. 9 of Wands. This might be something you guys have fought about several times, or maybe not even fought, but had intense discussions about several times. This could even be, you know, if you were to have kids, like how you, like what religion they'd be raised on, like with, how you'd run your household, where you'd settle down. Again, these really big questions. Ace of Swords, yeah. It feels like this is something you guys have talked about a lot, but it also feels like your person is having new clarity. Six of Swords. This is an inner child healing card for me. 10 of Pentacles, yeah. And so especially with that healing family issues, your person may be having a breakthrough about their family's expectations, their beliefs, their upbringing. And I feel that this is lending new clarity to a series of discussions or to something that you guys have been trying to figure out, whether it's figuring it out together, kind of thinking about these things on your own, in order to try to make things more harmonious and cohesive for a long-term partnership together. So this is quite lovely. I actually want to pull one card to look at what their next move is, and then I want to pull one animal spirit as like a synchronistic animal for you. So Spirit, what is this person's next move? The Three of Swords, interesting, and the Two of Cups. Okay, I want to cut the deck one more time. The Hierophant. It feels like they want to have some conversations with you. They want to take, you know, the arrows piercing through the heart. They want to take the arrows out. They want to take the swords out. If you guys have had a fight about this, they really want to set the record straight because this is how they feel, right? Reciprocity, love, harmony. I cut that deck and we had the Hierophant. This person, I feel like, wants to let you know how they actually feel about you. They might still be doing some healing. I'm noticing this too because this person, in the way that the placement is turned away from the rest of the cards over here, the rest of the cards. So they might still be doing some healing. If you guys had a fight, they might be working through some of those feelings. Yeah, the Devil. They could also be, this could even be them working through some issues with family. We did kind of see that. But they are very secure in how they feel about you. And I do feel like this is preparing for the next stage, the next step. They could be telling their family more about you or telling their family that they're more committed to you. So, all right, wow. So I was gonna pull a synchronous again. Are you guys ready? You have the rabbit, it flipped itself over. So this person could be Year of the Rabbit in the Chinese zodiac. It's interesting because in the traditional tarot, only one card has a rabbit on it. It's the Queen of Pentacles. So again, more earth energy. But this always speaks to fertility. There's also a little bit of anxiety and nervousness. The owl is at the bottom, just like a little bonus animal. And so there's a sense here where I'm almost feeling like there's that owl energy is like, this is really specific, but almost like waiting to swoop in. So again, it's kind of like this person could have somebody in their life, very likely in their family, that is like really critical of their choices or like waiting to swoop in on something, and they're kind of dealing with that first. That's a little side note. But the rabbit will be a synchronistic animal about, you know, again, abundance, fertility, timing, as well as family. So I hope that helped, my friends. This is quite beautiful. Let me know if you like this style, and if you do, we do these on my Patreon tier for the Zodiac monthly love messages. I'm gonna be doing like at least a couple of these on that platform per month. So if you guys like it, we'll do more. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Have a great day, guys. Bye.